Remember, is that the ACC is an easier conference to win than the Big Ten.
Yeah.
It's much easier. The ACC, right now, the College Football Ranking Committee thinks so little of the ACC that their top-ranked school they don't even want them in the playoffs. So that is a winnable conference right now. At the moment, the two schools leading are Georgia Tech and Virginia, and I'll pause for a second while you giggle. The second thing is, and you're right to bring up Frank Beamer, they were a nationally ranked school when he was there. He went to 23 bowl games when bowl games meant something. He was, in a period of time between 1999 and 2011, 9 of those 12 years, he had his team at some point in the top 10 nationally. So you can win at Virginia Tech. The question is, can Franklin win at Virginia Tech? He could not win at the Big Ten. He banged his head on the ceiling. He was like 4-21 against top 10 ranked teams. But, Mike, he's not going to meet top 10 ranked teams as often. So, yes, it is a good fit. And maybe by the end of next year, if he takes some Penn State players with him, we're going to be talking about James Franklin and Bill Belichick in the ACC. Let's take a break. Still to come, Shedeur Sanders got no snaps with his first-team offensive line before Sunday, and we will ask Jeff Saturday how big a deal that is.
And Jeff loves tush push. We're going to ask him what he thought of the Ravens' fake tush push.
Do you think that Lane Kiffin is going to go to either Florida or LSU? I do. Do you?
Probably.
Let's dig into the NFL trenches with our great friend, ESPN NFL analyst Jeff Saturday. Jeff, you talked last week about the importance of Lane Johnson to the Eagles line. There are some numbers here. They're 120 and 62-1 when he plays. They're 15 and 24 when he doesn't. That's a stark difference. He'll be out 4 to 6 weeks with a foot injury. How does the absence of a player like Johnson change things for the rest of the people on the line?
Oh, it's massive. I mean, first of all, let me put this in perspective for everybody at home. If you had the Eagles at 1 in the NFC and the Rams at 2, you would move the Rams above the Eagles because of this injury. This is like a 3-point swing per game, in my opinion. That's how good Lane Johnson is. This guy is a guy that the ball is snapped, you let him go block whatever the edge is, and you don't concern yourself with whatever's going to happen, because he's going to have dudes locked up, and they ain't going anywhere. Go back and watch what he did against Hutch most of the game in that Detroit game. He is an absolute beast. That's how good this player is. But now let's take it a step further. Communication between the guard, the center, even the quarterback. When blitzes start to come or you start to see pressure or safeties start to tilt or linebackers line up, all the communication and the expectations of how things are going to be blocked when you got a guy like Lane Johnson who's been there for that long. All that communication has to be verbalized. It can't just be a nod or a bump or whatever. Everything has to be verbalized, and it makes it much more difficult and cumbersome. This is a big loss for the Eagles. I am praying he gets back in 4 weeks, not 6. I love offensive linemen. He's one I love to watch, and I hate that he's been injured.
We're going to go from the proven commodity that is Lane Johnson to the unproven of Shedeur Sanders, who, Jeff, when I heard he had not received one snap with the first team in practice, I went nuts. And it seemed like coaching malpractice. But then again, I realized that most guys don't get those reps. But take the viewer inside how different it is and how important it is to get reps with the first team if you're the quarterback.
This is unbelievable. And I'll take it a step further. This isn't just coaching malpractice, because honestly, Stefanski in this group is kind of in a bad position, right? You got Dylan Gabriel, who's a rookie, in front of Shedeur, who's a rookie. So they both need reps, right? So if you're trying to get Dylan ready for the game, you can't have Shedeur taking reps from him. This should have been handled in preseason. If you knew you were going to get rid of Kenny Pickett and you knew you were going to get rid of Joe Flacco, then you got to have a better plan in place of what this looks like. Let me just explain to everybody how bad. When Shedeur walked out there, the offensive line had never heard his cadence. That's how the play starts, people. The cadence starts everything. When you don't even know the voice inflection of the cadence, that means the offensive line are literally waiting and hesitating until they either can see the ball snapped or until they feel his cadence change so they know the ball. It is Absolutely, and split seconds matter in our game. And you know, the defense getting jumps off the ball, it is an absolute disaster. And anybody who's judging Shedeur on his performance, you're mocking yourself, man. I mean, listen, the Baltimore Ravens blitz the daylights out of him. Know him. If they don't know his cadence, he dang sure don't know the answers to the test on what to do against the blitz. So let's bring it and make him look as bad. And he still made some good throws when he's protected. Do not judge this man, whether you think he was really good or really bad on 16 snaps of chaos, because that's what he was thrown into.
Man, that is great perspective. We got to talk about this Mark Andrews play, where he takes an apparent tush-push snap and goes for a touchdown. All right, let's go inside the huddle for a second. You're the center. When this play comes in that Mark Andrews is going to take the direct snap and go right, you're thinking what?
Oh, you love it, right? He's a big physical guy. You know he's going to take the snap. Lamar ain't going to be a tush-push guy, right? It's always going to be somebody that's protected, can take shots. So it's going to be Andrews. He's handled the ball. He's got good hands. You're working the QB center exchange. They're working on that as the week, getting ready for it. So that part is taken care of. This is why I love the tush-push. Because think about this. Think about this when the Eagles incorporate this, when Baltimore, you had Lamar basically in the option position behind him. So as he reverses out, he could have pitched it with a lead blocker with Lamar going to his left, but instead he reverses out. They kick the edge out. He splits between tackle and kick block and to the house. Ain't nothing better. Well, go ahead and load up in there. Now I'm going to make you look silly if you can't stop me in the middle or on the edges. I loved it. I thought it was a gutsy call by Todd in the Ravens at the moment. 4th and 1, tied up game. Huge play, huge call. Congrats to Andrews for the TD, baby. I loved it.
Completely brilliant. Completely brilliant. The moment you saw it, you said this is absolutely brilliant. I will get you out of here on this. Sam Darnold threw 4 picks against the Rams. Linebacker, I hope I get this name right, Ernest Johnson IV said, quote, "He's our quarterback. We've got his back, and if you've got anything to say, quite frankly," and then he used an expletive, and everybody knows what that expletive is. But if you were Darnold's teammate,